the dahlia that I'm going to dig up. Now normally you would leave your dahlias in the ground if you're going to dig them up until the first frost has blackened their foliage. That won't do any harm to the tubers that are underneath, but because we haven't had any frost, I'm going to have to pretend that we have. But I think this might be good for you because you like cut flowers, don't you?
I do love cut flowers, particularly cut dahlias.
Oh. If I hand these to you and you're terribly careful with them, you'll be able to take the flowers off the top.
Winning. Oh,
and make yourself a lovely posy.
I'm not sure I've got a vase big enough, Alan.
I'll lend you a bucket. I think actually it'd be a good idea if we just came round a little bit, because I need to sort of just show you what I'm doing down here. So you can see I've got my fork and I've gone in a little bit away from the tuber and give that a little shake. And you can see we've got some good tubers on there, some nice fat tubers. If we scrape away the roots in there, you can see them. Now they are the storage organs. Dahlias come from Mexico, you know, so they love heat. Big old tubers there, make sure they're nice and solid. Next step is to repair to the potting shed, so I'll put it in the wheelbarrow and off we go.
I definitely got the better cargo.
You did indeed. Now I'm going to show you here how to dry this tuber off, and I'm not going to take too much soil from around it yet. And you see that I've left two strong stems at the bottom here. I'm just going to take the leaves and all the detritus off those. Now if you look carefully at that stem, you'll see that it's hollow. I want to turn it upside down so that any moisture that's in there drains out of it. And I've got this little set of shelves here, which is really absolutely ideal for what I want. I'm just going to leave my dahlia tuber on there with the stems draining down. This will gradually dry off and you can clean some of that soil off. Just make sure that the tubers are firm, whole, and there are no broken ones, because if you've got a broken tuber you could get rot and you don't want that to happen. Once your tuber is dry, save some old potting compost, keep it dry somewhere and put it in, put this tuber either in a pot if you've just got one, or in a box if you've got 6 or 7 tubers that you want to keep together. Cover them with the old potting compost and just make sure that they just stay moist, only really just stay moist throughout the winter. Put them either in the shed or the garage or underneath the staging in a greenhouse and they'll be absolutely fine. And in the spring, roughly we'll say middle of March, have a look at them and you will see that from the crown, which is here where the old stems came from, these by that time, by the middle of March, will have withered and died and you can just pop them off. Around the edge you will see some little red blobs. They're next year's shoots. Now you can do one of two things. You can plant the whole tuber in the ground and just leave it to do its stuff again, thinning some of the shoots, or you can take some of those shoots off very carefully, put them around the edge of a pot, make cuttings from them, root them, and hey presto, you've got 10 instead of 1.